So hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today in this video, I'm going to show or I'm going to discuss like about grains, okay, how to implement and because I see most of like beginners guys or like most many intermediate also like they are trying to find some complexity or like whenever they doing like some kind of like quick check or like TC like take check works, like they are facing some grains issue, right? Okay, sometimes senior also are like some seniors are also like facing that issue. I personally also sometimes kind of facing that issue, but let's discuss in this video. Okay, so before starting this video, as I said to everyone, jai Siya Ram, jai Mera Hanuman ji. Okay, now let's start our video. And before jump to this video, let me just show once that. So if you are interested in purchasing like any kind of exciting plugins, not only plugins, like not only one thing limited to many kind of thing, like whole up package, like a bundle. Okay, so these are a cool effect or like everything. Like you are, if you guys are looking for this, so just don't do it. Go to this site, go to this download, visit this. First of all, visit this site AU Juice. Okay, and just go to this download option and just download your appropriate package. Okay, many different kinds of like offers are going on, so don't do it, just visit this site and just download a package. Now let's jump to our video. So basically the thing is, okay, so basically the thing that I want to discuss in this video, like I'm not going to just do any paint prep or like kind of work, just simple. I just do what, or like this is my footage, okay, for just one purpose. For example, just I am doing some like, first of all let go to this frame. Okay, like if I want to this paint up like, okay, plus let me do just hold it this frame and just take one just here paint. Like you guys can do multiple things. I am just taking this paint, okay, and I don't need this clone option also. Just let me take this and just give this size. Now let me do what, let me just pick this color and do some paint. Okay, like see, I'm just painting something. Okay, for example, if I just had some, so first of all you guys know that before starting any footage we have to denoise our plate. Now the main thing is why we have to denoise, that's the main point. Because if it doesn't denoise this footage, okay, many guys are doing what, many guys are like, most beginners guys do what, they directly take the footage, okay, and directly like doing this work like I am doing like paint prep. This is actually wrong. Okay, whenever you just started your work or something, don't directly take your footage and don't start your work. First of all, let denoise the footage. Okay, properly denoise the footage. There are some tools like, there one tool is like denoise, which I'm just normal tool which I'm using, denoise filter. Okay, this is a one tool, this is a inbuilt tool. There are some third party tool like reduce noise, need video. Okay, so you guys can use that tool also. I in my new, I mean in this version I have only this tool. In I have to use this tool because I don't have this need video installed. Okay, if you guys have that tool, just learn from somewhere and just install to implement that. But the main mode is to first of all denoise properly your footage. Like if I am denoise this, I am kinda roughly denoise this plate, not fully denoise. Okay, but I have to denoise. Okay, that's the main motto. So don't do it, just first of all denoise. Okay, see, it's denoise, see, and go to channel by channel, red green blue, and check it's properly denoise or not. See, it's more like denoise, it's fine for now. Now is my plate is denoise, right? So after denoise your plate, as I told early in early video, that in most of my previous videos, that try to render this as a pre-com render. I also in my, in some of my video I also show you how to render pre-coms. Okay, so try to render as a pre-com like denoise. Okay, name it denoise. Okay, denoise plate. After that, import that denoise plate in your new. For example, now this is my denoise plate. Okay, now I am going to start my work. Like if I want to do some paint prep work, I can do some paint prep work. Like do me one, I will do one thing. Okay, just take, I'm taking this paint and just paint this little bit. I'm just roughly paint out this footage for now, and I will do what, I will just little bit go to denoise and just increase this. I have this. Now I'll put a frame mold. Now for example, I have done this paint. If for example, if you guys are compared, if you want to put something, then also, like now I have a paint. Okay, now I have to put a date roto because I want only this part. So I'll take a roto and just connect this. Okay, but let me see my footage. I don't need this much, I just need to take this much. Okay, so this much work I will take. Just do the work properly. I'm doing this roughly. Okay, copy and take a pre-marked. Okay, now this mat, and what I will do, I just merge it in my back to denoise. Don't merge in original plate. Whenever you guys are doing denoise, your plate become that main footage is become denoise for now. Okay, until your work finished. Now this is my plate. So every in every type of work like comping or putting something or like paint prep, we have a alpha. Okay, whenever just in footage we have a put any mat, external mat on our footage, then we require that mat alpha. Okay, like in case for example I paint out this footage, my original was this. After dinners also, I don't have any alpha. Sometimes we needed to on this auto alpha option, but in such a case, still there if you put external, right? If I on also auto alpha, see, I have this auto alpha, I have alpha on, but I have put it this mat externally in my footage, right? So I have this alpha, right? This alpha I have. So if I view this from here, I get full alpha because my auto alpha is on. But I know that I put it external alpha. So this is my alpha. So what is the purpose of doing this? Now coming to the main reason of this, I mean the main motto of this video, like we have to add the grains after work done. Such for you if you guys are comping something or like paint whip something, we at the end we have to put grains. Now there is a some way to put grains. So sometimes as a client call, first of all thing, like first thing is like one is we have to put scan grain. Okay, scan grains. What is this? Like first of all this one is scan grain, right? Or might be it will be scan or like film grains, right? This might be one. Okay, so this is the one thing like we might be facing, right? This is scan grain. Okay, mostly these are scan grain, not a film grain. Just for naming purpose, I'm just giving this film grain. Okay, sometimes we call also film grain and that kind of thing. Okay, so there's a scan on film grains. So this is a default grain setup. Okay, this will be a default grain setup. This for these when it is used like scan grain or film grain. So sometimes it is used for like we have some similar shot for this, for example. And for example this is a one shot which is from like some kind of front view and the camera is panning, right? But similar kind of shot we have this scene only but from side view or like up top view. So the comping will be same, right? If you're doing some paint prep here, if you take some camera from here also, if this scene is visible in our screen, then we will have a record to paint out this. Okay, obviously if we are comping something, then especially it might be required. For example, if you just replacing this glass from this shot, then from another angle of this shot might be we have to replace this glass, right? Or in case also if you don't have similar shot but in show, like if you're working like such a movie, okay, some shows, then that movie we all have that short movie shot. So whenever we comping something or just putting paint prep or doing something, mostly in comping it's used. Okay, not only paint prep, mostly in comping. So there is a scan grain or film grain. So this grain setup is used for every shot. Now there's a 2 point. Now let me show 1 point. Now there's a 2 point. One should be creative part. Okay, let me fix this. Like okay, okay. One should be creative part. Okay, and another should be like take check. Okay. Now this is a take part. Take check or take fix. Okay. Now in creative part mostly we use scan grain. Okay, if there is no requirement for to just grain checking on like that, because in creative mostly we are looking right the creative things. Yes, we require a grains, but in many shows they call out for creative, like for example maybe they changes like this text to another text, or maybe the font of this text, or maybe the color of this text, okay, or maybe the plate which you're putting in, I mean comping in the shot, maybe the color gradings, like creative things, like, okay. So in that case, in many cases, that I mean in that scenario, okay, in many shows we are putting scan grade. This is a default setup, and this setup will be put it in every shot of these shows in creative part. But as I told you earlier, okay, in previous videos, that after all the creative done, after the creative is final, like if client okay says okay the creative look is very good, now just do the final check and send the video. I mean send the shots. The final check will be take check or take fix, where you have to fix all the correction. I mean all fixes all the wrong things, right? Correcting all the things like edge fixing, black edge, white edge, and the another part of that is the most important. That is the grain fix. Okay, in that case we have to fix the grain. Now how will we fix the grain? There's a several process to fix the grain, but during that the client wants they want the grain should be match 100% with my scene. Like in this case, if I put this, like if I view my original shot, now this is a denoise, but if I put grains like film grains, if I put, it will not match exactly to my original scan. This grain when I'm doing 1 and 2, it will not match. But in take check or take fix, we have to match exactly the grains. Okay, and here most of the guys who are doing mostly creative shots, they sometimes facing this issue. They sometimes get confused. Okay, not only juniors, many intermediate guys also. I personally see some intermediate also, they are facing some issue. I am the one, I am also on, one of them that previously I was facing this issue, but I learn how to solve that. Okay, so I am making this video. So basically that's the thing. So now your motto is to just put perfect grain like 1 and 1, like 1 to 1. Okay, but now there is a other parts. Okay, in creative we use scan grain, a setup in most of the shot or in every shot of the show for creative checking, creative final. After creative gets final, now during take check, if we just want to like put this thing, okay, let me put this aside. Okay, now now how can we fix, like for example this is my grain. Now for example I am taking one grain setup like grains drop. Okay, I'm taking this grain drop. For example this is a scan grain of film grain. I'm putting this. So if I view this, I am getting grains, but I'm not adjusting these settings. I'm getting grains, but if I want to just want to do it scan, see the grain is not matching, not the pattern wise, not the color wise, not anything, right? Nothing. But it's approved for creative final. Client says okay, this thing you have done, it is creative very good. Well, not only paint prep, it is mostly based on comp. Okay, like CG comp or 2D comp also, like creative final, it's approved. Okay, the look is very good, the look is good. Now do the take fixes. Now I have to put the fixes, the edges of this. I have to check the grain setup. Okay, now the main point is come. Now for example, if I have to do like that proper gains, that time mostly we do what, we remove this gain. But let me tell you one thing, in rare cases or in some source, we in texture also we have to use the scan grain. That is the several thing, I mean that is the separate thing from this, because that's the creative choice of the client side or the director. That okay, no issue, don't match to the scan, just but in most of the shot we match to the scan. In some rare shot or in some source, if there is a call out to put the scan grain only, or in some shots, if there is a call out to put that like scan grain, we have to put. But in most of the cases, we have to use that match with the shot. So in this scenario, what take check guys or what compass will do, they will remove this grain simply, and now we have to match. Now how we can match? Now see, the base note we use, everyone knows, like if you use dash green, it's a base tool, right? I'm not showing any technique, I'm just showing the purpose. Okay, like comp will come go and just plate will be our plate, original plate, and just degree will be our like this denoise plate, right? Okay, let me do what. Okay, let me just degrain this. Okay, now after just going this, if I do analyze, it will analyze my shot. Okay, just it will analyze and match to my scan. It will put the same grain whatever in my scan, original scan. Here also some guys facing some confusion that, yeah, okay, they learn how to fix the grain. These are technique that, okay, I can take the same grain and put in my scene, but there is some points you have to notice, okay, or you have to note some point, okay, key points, okay. So let me tell you that. So I matched with my scan. If I view this and my original scan, see, greenhouse is matched. Now let me do what? Let me go to my deck channel. See, is matched, right? See, the green is matched now. If I just on and off this, see, it's matched, right? Now I hope you guys are getting it, but you guys can also seen some issue in this. That's the main thing I want to show you. What is the issue now? We know that, okay, we have matched the greens, but have you guys ever noticed that if I on and off, I am getting some artifice kind of thing, like some edges, see, some artifice kind of thing. Now that's a main point, okay. Like, guys are know that every guys know, okay, now we learn to solve the grain and we can match to the scan, but here you have to notice something, that in case if you have shot like this kind of, like where you have painted or putting something, but instead of something like in scan, in this scan I have this highlighted text, I remove this and I will put another plate, like another text or something, I comment. But when I just roughly just match the grains, it will do what? It will just take the scan grain from the original shot. It will take the grains. Actually, it will minus the grain and directly merge it with my comp. So whenever you guys know, whenever you just minus something from your scan, and in your scan it's some bright part, like this text is a bright part. So when you minus something from this text like grains and merge it to your comp, and if the text in your comp is not there, you will getting a some artifact kind of thing, like white edges and that some kind of thing, okay. If I don't want that, so I obviously I don't want that, I don't want some art, don't want that artifacts, okay. So how to ignore that? Now just go to your shot from starting to see, go through your script and find what you have to done. But I mean, what have you done with your shot? Like in this case I have just painted one and I put a plate and merge it my comp. So my original shot and my com is almost same. The difference only this much, right? This part. So I have done some external thing. So two thing I can do. If I have I have put some external plate to my com, I have that alpha plate alpha, or I have to create that alpha using keyer or something like that. If you don't have that control, if you had this like this alpha, see, because I have auto alpha on in my shot, then you can, in real case you guys can do what? Take a difference node, difference here, and give this a pipe to your com and b pipe to your shot. I mean dnus. Don't get original, just put dnus and try to difference the shot. Like if I just go to here and see, these my changes, this much changes I've done, and see it's come right now. If you are using dust grain, just directly give this mask to mask and just go to dust grain, okay, and replace and go to activate. And now there is a scatter option will come. I mean, sorry, sample box will come, and put this where the grain is better. I know you guys know how to use this, okay. Just put this somewhere like where you want, like to better grains, and sample and this on this, and now analyze. So it will do what? It will match the whole grains from your shot to your comb, but except the part if you have which you have done, it will take the sample grain from the area which you set on your scan and match to your comb. I mean put in your comb, okay. But so in the overall, if I shorten the thing, so when you check the output of my, it will match the one to one. If you do with my original shot, it will match 100% with my shot, except this area which I mask it. So it, this is also a grain from my scan, but it not but it not typically matched with this area only from my shot. It is sample grains from the other area, so the pattern will not match, but the grain will be there. That's the thing. By this way, guys don't get any artifacts, and also your most of the shot getting original grains, but except some part which have sampled the grains, it will match the grains but not pattern wise, and it is acceptable in our productions. Okay, and clients also accept that. In texture also, your shot will get approved, because everyone knows that if you find some artifacts during grains, that time you have to activate the scatter option and try to sample that grains only that part, not in the full part. Okay, only that part to ignore the artifacts. That's the main motto. Okay, so that's the thing. So every seniors know that, okay, we matched the original scan, the grains, it will 100% match, but in some part if I am getting some artifacts, that part we have to put separate grain setup or separate sampled grains. So in das grain is become very easy to do. Okay, but in some rare cases we have to use two das grain. Okay, like from this kind of thing, like put it for the short full thing, and then we have to take another target and key mix that particular area. So multiple techniques are there. I am showing the shortest technique. Okay, but multiple techniques are there. Okay, so that's a main motto. My motto is to just about the grains, not to show any techniques. Okay, so that's the main thing why use grain, because many beginners guys are watching this video, will be watching this video. Okay, so they are finding some complexity or they are getting confused about doing tick check especially. Okay, like adjusting grains, that's the main thing. So there's two grains, one is can grain, like you guys can see in production some shots have some separate, only separate grains, I mean separate node for grain setup or a separate grain setup to put in every shot, which you guys put in every shot. But at the end of the, when you do the final take check or quick check, that time you have to use das grain or like sampling this grain, like this kind of thing. So that's the main thing. Okay, so my motto is to inform you guys like how grains work. Okay, how you manage grains during take check or finaling your shot. Okay, so that's the main thing. I hope you guys learn something from this video. Okay, if you guys are find this video very useful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please share this video with others. And thank you. And before ending this video, as I said everyone, jai Siya Ram, jai Mera Hanuman ji.